how I feel as a Colombian playing a Mexican in Overwatch. And as an actor or actress, whatever term you prefer, I've never really thought like, oh, it's too bad that I don't get to play a Colombian. I love doing accents. I love other nationalities. I feel honored to get to play a Mexican and that Mexicans think I'm doing a good job. So I've never thought of it as, oh, it's too bad, you know, she couldn't be Colombian. Obviously, if there's ever a Colombian character, it's gonna be super fun. And if Sombra had been Colombian, that would have been special too. But I like Sombra just the way she is, and I work on a lot of accents. You know, sometimes when I listen to the radio, I start imitating how someone's talking. I've done a lot of dialect tapes for that. We have worked with coaches to better the accent in different projects, but I always do vocal warm-ups before in the booth. And I think that the more you practice, the better you get at anything you do. So it's a constant work in progress. The most challenging part about being a voice actor is booking a job. I've auditioned for easily over 400 things this year. I know that sounds crazy, but we send MP3s in every day for all sorts of things. And I've booked some stuff, but it's never like you guys think, oh, we book everything we go out for. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks. But I do believe that every time I audition, I create a new character or a new version.
Like, my little kid might sound like this, but then all of a sudden he's a little bit sick, so he sounds like this. They not decide that he's like Southern, even with like a little nose thing.
So you can layer things on and make your character super creative, and I think the audition process continues to make the characters more interesting. So it is a tough job to get the job, but once you get it, it's so much fun. So the challenging thing is not having a job, I think, in between. First job was working as a counselor at a summer camp for low-income kids in Colombia. That was a very short thing in the summer though. Then I worked at a coffee shop in Rhode Island. I lived there one random couple years with my parents, and that was when I was 14 maybe. And I worked my butt off that summer making coffee and sandwiches and all sorts of things, and I saved up money for college. And then after that in college, I worked arranging flowers for 4 years at a flower shop. And then when I moved to New York, guys, I did so many jobs to pay bills. It's never always been cons and Sombra. I waited tables for 6 years at some horrible restaurants that made me cry often. I was a caterer. I did babysitting. I translated. Guys, I've done a ton of stuff. So that's another testament to just keep focusing on what you want to do, and you pay bills in one way, and then you follow your dreams, and then at some point they merge, and that's what's happening now. So it's a good thing. So just work your butt off at other jobs too. Not quite like that, but when people started asking what Sombra's teddy bear name was, I started thinking, and I have a friend who I call Arturito, and he calls me Sombrita. The reason I call him Arturito is because most Latinos in the world think that R2-D2 from Star Wars is Arturito, and that they're not pronouncing it well in English, which I think is hilarious. So I told Michael Chu this because it's like a nerdy pop culture reference that Latinos know that a lot of other people don't know. So I said, I think your teddy bear could be called Arturito. And he thought about it, and of course he's more brilliant, so he wrote a line that has to do with it instead of just saying, oh, his name is Arturito. The line is me talking to Hammond, and it says, you remind me of my teddy bear, Arturito. And he responds, and then she goes, but he's way cuter. So it's kind of a Sombra diss to Hammond, and it's awesome, because Arturito made it in game. It feels super cool. The first time I was magical because it was the first time. I'd never done it before, obviously. I think that it's a lot that goes into it. The face makeup, the wig can get really, really tight and give you a headache. After a while, you just want to rip it all off. But I have enjoyed it very much because, you know, people walking by and they're like, oh, I love your cosplay, man. Oh my God, you're the real Sombra. So it's kind of fun to have that double take, and it happens a lot, especially with Anjali. You know, we're walking around and they're like, oh my God, that dragon's crazy. And then, can I take a picture? And we're like, actually, you know, we're being walked to a panel, but come by to our table and we can sign autographs later. And they go, wait, autographs? oh my god, you're the real Sombra and Symmetra. So yeah, everyone talks like this. So it's really kind of fun to see that, and I've had a lot of fun pooping fans in cosplay. It's a very magical experience. You should try it. Before working in fun things like animation or video games, I did a lot of random PSAs and commercials for radio and some really boring stuff. And one of them was working for a medical company that needed me to record everything in English and Spanish for this translating machine, so that when patients felt sick, they could look up kind of a symptom they had and press a button, and then my voice would say, I have a headache, and then it would translate it to tengo un dolor de cabeza. And so then the nurse would know what was going on, or vice versa. And the nurse would also say, I'm gonna give you Tylenol. And then it would say, te voy a dar un Tylenol. And so I recorded some really funny stuff like, is your stool oily or solid? And then I'd have to say it in Spanish. And there were moments where I was just cracking up because it was some pretty gross stuff, but still very important in the medical field. So hopefully I helped, but it was a very, very weird job. For Brian Descartes' channel, and we did the Golden Spiral because I'd never done an RPG. Gosh, it was crazy, strange, fun, exciting, weird, scary. I think I liked it because it had this feel of improv, and as actors we always want to be doing that to sort of stay on our toes and learn how to improv and have a really good time, and it keeps us creative. But some moments I was like, what the heck am I gonna do? I think the challenging part was I'm not good at like these powers and what's gonna happen if I throw a fireball and it explodes and then, you know, the orcs do whatever. So I think that I need to expand my knowledge on fantasy and magic and doing spells, because I think that was the scary part, not knowing what was a cool spell. So maybe for the future season, if I do it, that could be it. I don't know yet, but I am wearing the shirt today. These characters I think are really fun. I enjoy playing them. So I think they'll always exist in my life, and I might do one-off videos where like, maybe Jolemi's talking about something. Or, you know, Roberto's gonna do something too, I don't know. I don't think I want them to disappear, but I don't know if I want to do another season of Hispanglo. So I don't know what's gonna happen yet. But I know it's always living there, and then an idea will strike and I'll figure something out. So I think that we'll see what happens. I don't know. I recently performed them live just this past Monday at Flappers in Burbank, which is a comedy club. And I did 5 characters and just did quick wig changes. It was really exciting and kind of weird, and I'd never done that. So maybe I'll start doing stand-up with them. I don't know. I'll see what strikes and take it from there. But thank you for asking, and please keep watching or rewatch the videos if you'd like.